welcome to another MLM video. Thank you so much for being here, it means so much to me. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you want more content talking about MLM, scams, everything like that, then click the subscribe button down below. It would mean a lot. Thank you. So on this video I'm going to be talking about a certain situation in particular, literally what I think is so wrong and so disgusting, and this is what quite a lot of MLMers do. Now, just to give some context, they're sort of asked to go back to the same people that they knew from high school, or people they knew from college, or anybody that was from like an old life, to speak to them, to recruit them, or get them to buy some product from an MLM girl that was in high school. Then please comment down below that's came back in touch with you, because this is basically what this whole video is about. A girl that was on TikTok got a message from a girl when she was in high school, a really rude, disgusting message, and I'm going to put it up on the screen in a minute. And then the same girl coming back a couple of years later, trying to get her to come into the business and give her a discount on the products. And I just think it's absolutely disgusting, and I think it deserves its own video by itself, because it's just so crazy and outrageous what the girl had said. You broke up with him, and still every time you see him you pull your shirt down to Antarctica and walk like a dirty slut. Can't you just So get your whore ass out of our lives, please. I wish your little depressed girl act was real, so you better make our lives easier. Wow. I mean, that's all I've really got to say to that, is wow. I can't believe that. I can't really get over that. That somebody would be so vindictive and so horrible as a teenager. Now, look, I get it, like, we've all done things wrong, we've all said things we shouldn't have said really to somebody that we were friends with, and obviously there's been some sort of boy drama involved and whatever, but if you just think about that message, then she gets a message, I'm guessing that's from high school, so let's just say 2-3 years later, she's on TikTok, she's got her life somewhat together, she gets this message this year. Hi Molly, it's whoever this girl is from whatever MLM it is. I know we did not leave things in the best of terms when you transferred schools, but it looks like you were totally killing it, girl. I work with an amazing team and the greatest, most empowering women, and I would love for you to be part of it. We sell great products and I'd love to give you a discount code. I'd love to give you a discount code. What? Like, I can't, there's no words for that. There's genuinely, in my mind, there's no words to be that cruel, that horrible, that disgusting to somebody, and then come back on yourself like that 2-3 years later and try and recruit the girl that you obviously didn't like for whatever reason in high school, and you come back and say something like that. And I don't know how many views she got on TikTok, but I seen this in a Facebook group chat, and everybody was saying how disgusting it was, how horrible it was, how brutal. And this is the type of like mean girl mentality that goes on in an MLM anyway, that you're sort of, it doesn't matter who you've hurt, it doesn't matter what you've done to somebody else, just go back and try and recruit them. Just go back and try and speak to them again, like you've been friends the whole time and you've been in contact for the whole time. Now, I know this from experience, that I got asked to go back and recruit people that I knew from high school, and I didn't approach anybody that didn't like me from school or I didn't like them. But obviously that girl has done that in that process because her upline or her upline's upline has told her to get in touch with people that she knew from school. And I think it's just insane that somebody would be like, I know what I'll do. I'll message that girl that I know I was really rude to, that I know that I upset her, that I know that I was horrible to, but I'll go back and try and recruit her into my business because time is a healer, like it is. But for a situation like that, there's no going back from that. Like if you think about your best friend, and then she starts slagging you off to somebody else, then she's nasty and vindictive, then seriously, like what's that girl expecting? You know, our friend to turn around and be like, oh yeah, okay, like I know you were horrible to me, but everything's forgiven, and yeah, of course I'll join your business. I love MLMs. No, they're not going to be like that, and it's not authentic. It's not an authentic friendship if you're just doing it for the money and you're just trying to recruit all your friends into your downline. It's unfair, it's disgusting, it's just this, it's just this negative circle that you find yourself in. Now, I was only in mine for 6 months and I had realised all this. I had realised that girls were fighting for the same, even the same people to recruit. They were fighting for the same teams, they were fighting to get to the top of the leaderboard, you know, they were fighting to get to the top. And it was just sort of this bitchy mentality, and if somebody wasn't doing enough or wasn't making a certain amount a month, then they sort of got picked on by their upline, like, you're not doing enough, you can do this. But you know, there was this underlying sort of like, if you don't do it though, you know, like, what's the point of you sort of being here? What's the point in being on my team? You know? So that girl is obviously resorted, I would like to think it was her last resort to message this girl to meet a bonus or to make more money or whatever the case might be for the girl that had sent the messages. I just find it really hard to understand that mentality, and it's sort of girl v girl. It's sort of like, I need to rank up and I need to get the car, I need to get the trips to stay important or relevant within this company, within this MLM, which it just doesn't make sense to me why you wouldn't just go out on your own and try and make a living for yourself, try and make a business for yourself and not being attached to another company that you're not the CEO of, or you're not a boss babe. You know, just go make your life a reality. Go just, if you want your own business, there's hundreds of millions of ways to do it. Start YouTube, you know, like whatever you want to do, you can do it in a other way apart from joining that MLM. Now, I was young and naive, and my upline, as I explained in my Arbonne video, which I will link down below, I explained how I got into an MLM, especially Arbonne. If you've heard of Arbonne, comment down below. I would love to see who actually knows about it in the UK, because it doesn't seem that well known over here. But my upline had joined around the same time as me as well, and she was a friend of the family, and she didn't know what she was getting herself into as well. But the upline of her, which I had joined her team, she was really catty and bitchy, and she wasn't that high up in the company. She wasn't like a 6-figure earner or anything like that, but she thought she was there because of the toxic positivity brainwashing that comes into these cult-like factors, these cult-like schemes. They make people feel like invincible. They make people feel like, oh wow, I can go get the car, I can get these trips, I'm going to be a 6-figure, 7-figure earner, I can make this happen, I can do this. And that's probably what happened to that girl, is that she was like, oh, I need this, I need this, I need that, and decided to go back around to that girl at school and tried to recruit her after she'd been that vindictive and that horrible to her about something that in my eyes doesn't seem to be her fault, you know, like being depressed. And these type of people prey on weakness. They prey on any type of weakness. You're a mum, a kid at home, you must be depressed, you must be shamed about your body, and you must be depressed. You haven't got an online business, you haven't got a business, so you must be depressed. I mean, like, everything is, you're either upset, so unhappy with your life, and the MLMers are like spontaneously there to change it all. Now, like, money does make a difference to people's lives, it does. And there's like FOMO, like fear of losing out. So they see all these girls going on trips, getting cars, whatever, and they think that's what they want. Now, obviously that girl in that case, I have no idea if she got back in touch with that girl. I would like to think not, but she could have and said, oh, you know, it's about time. I'm guessing the fact that she made a TikTok about it means she never got into contact with her again and probably blocked her number off her phone, hopefully. But you never know who's going to contact you out of the blue. I think that's the reasoning for this video as well, that school friends have came back to me and messaged me even, or added me to a Facebook chat or group messages or whatever to be like, you know, come buy my stuff. And I've just ignored it. But I was that girl at school that I hadn't even spoke to in school, and I'm like, come join my business. It's just so fake, and it's so wrong and twisted to be like that, and to even to act like that. It makes me so angry inside that a girl was just, and this girl's coming back around and commenting on it, and this girl's coming back around 2-3 years later and is like, hi, you know, like, I know, the fact that she even turned around and said, I know, turns around and goes, I know we did not leave things on the best of terms. I mean, that just sort of proves a point that, what's she playing at? You know, like, what makes that okay and what makes that right? and to be like, yeah, I know I screwed up in high school, I know I shouldn't have said what I said, but come join my team and everything will be fine. Or I'll give you a discount so I can promote you into an MLM, so I can probe you into it, so I can make it sound like it's a sale for you, and therefore I'll try and recruit you later on down the line. I'll try and get you in later on. That's basically what it is. And these girls are relentless. It's like, I've had a couple of times, the same girls got back in contact with me. A couple of times. But never like that. There's never been a girl. I've had like messages like that, but it's not ever been somebody coming back to me and trying to recruit me into a company. And I'm sure a lot of girls have had horrible, catty, bitchy messages from other people, school friends, colleagues, whoever, but I bet you they've not turned around and tried to recruit you back into MLM. If they have, then comment down below and say, yes, me, I've been through that. But yeah, that's all I've really got to say on the matter, and I thought it was really interesting and really sort of confusing at the same time that somebody would go to that length to recruit somebody to MLM. And if you want to see more content like this, then please hit the subscribe